This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important updates to share with you. A Republican senator just released a new proposal for $350 checks, and another Republican senator has an inflation plan to help out the middle class of America. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer say that the Build Back Better, or whatever that package is called, is still alive, and talks with Manchin are still going on. I'll play a video clip from one Congress member talking about all the wasted stimulus money that was used, and could there be a chance for the White House to send out more money to the American people with $800 billion sitting on the sidelines waiting to be dispersed. And I'll give you some other more important updates as well. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below, and I'm giving $200 checks to my subscribers. Details of how you could win that down in the description below. First, let's answer this big question. Stimulus check update. Is the White House looking to send more money? So that is the big question. So with unspent money, so we have this article right here, which came out a while ago. Unspent funds, color debate over additional pandemic relief. Basically what this is saying is that there is about $800 billion that remain unspent or uncommitted. So if there's $800 billion in an account, what should be done with that? Well, Bernie Sanders in the past said that Bernie Sanders presses Joe Biden on $2,000 stimulus checks, saying promises must be kept. So if there is unspent money, what should be done with that money? Could it be used for $2,000 stimulus checks? In theory, yes. So with the last round of $1,400 stimulus checks, it came out to about $400 billion to all the people who got that, right? So $800 billion, that's enough for a $2,800 stimulus check to all the people who got the $1,400 check. So a $2,000 stimulus check, the money is there. It wouldn't add to a deficit, but should it be done? Let me know your thoughts on that. Is the government playing games? Are they stalling? Are they waiting for the midterm elections to release any more money of that $800 billion? Let me know your thoughts on that. Coming up here is Jason Smith talking about all the wasted stimulus money that maybe could have been used for more important things to help out struggling Americans now. Check this out.
Inflation has risen 12.2% since Joe Biden took the oath of office. We have seen gas prices surge to 109% above since Joe Biden took the oath of office. I want to thank Chairman for agreeing to hold this oversight hearing. We've been asking for it for some time, and yet this oversight hearing undercut by the fact that President Biden's rescue czar, Gene Sperling, and Treasury Secretary Yellen are not here. Mr. Chairman, as you know, I sent you a letter requesting you add a second panel of executive branch witnesses for the hearing so Mr. Sperling and Secretary Yellen could answer the questions they have thus far ignored from our timeless efforts, one after another. And I ask unanimous consent to submit the letter to the record.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Sperling was appointed to oversee the implementation of this $2 trillion boondoggle. Secretary Yellen's department is responsible for administering over $1 trillion worth of its programs and benefits. Many of these made it more rewarding to stay out of the workforce in 2021 than seek gainful employment, worsening the labor and supply chain problems we see today. For over a year, we have cataloged numerous examples of ridiculous waste of federal tax dollars from the American Rescue Plan, $1,400 stimulus checks to Japanese citizens living in Japan, $783 million to checks to prisoners, $2 million to purchase a ski area, $140 million for luxury hotel developments in Florida, $20 million to modernize fish hatcheries in Maine, $4 million for a bird sanctuary, $2 million for a golf course. Sounds like a lot, but there's a lot more. $15 million of taxpayer dollars to help develop a venue in New Jersey to host the 2026 World Cup. $7 million to social media influencers to promote seafood. $2 million to plant trees in New York, $5 million for a moonshine walking trail, $7 million for horse racing in Arizona, $250,000 for pickleball courts. $800,000 for luxury apartments in Connecticut, and $4 million for beach bathrooms and parking lots in South Carolina. This list goes on and on. This is why we need answers from the administration. So what did American families get? I'll tell you, they got higher prices and lower real wages. Inflation began to rise to the fastest level in 40 years.
What are your thoughts on that? There's a lot of misused money that was used that was supposed to be for stimulus and I guess to help out people, but not really sure where all that money, why that money was being spent in all those different categories. What are your thoughts on that? To me, it seems like a bunch of corruption, a bunch of politicians saying, hey, I want this done in my area, and like I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. It seemed like a little corrupt there, but let me know your thoughts on that. Amid record inflation, Republican senators propose middle-class savings protection. So family savings and interest diluted by inflation still face taxes. Senators push for targeted relief to protect and encourage middle-class savers without exacerbating inflation. So basically, the way this plan will work out, it's a plan by the Republicans to help out middle-class families. So basically what it's saying here is the Middle-Class Savings and Investment Act would target relief for Americans by excluding a reasonable amount of interest income from being subject to tax, $600 for married couples, $300 for individuals, and then more than doubling the size of the 0% lowest tax bracket for long-term capital gains and qualified dividends, and indexing the income thresholds to inflation, and then eliminating the marriage penalty that exists in the current net investment tax, which subjects some income to an additional 3.8% tax, and indexing its income threshold to inflation. And the last one here, increasing the maximum savers credit an individual may receive for contributing to qualified retirement accounts and expanding the availability of this credit to more taxpayers. Let me know your thoughts on that. Good plan, bad plan. Moving on, Nancy Pelosi says social spending and climate package is still alive. So that social spending and climate package, also known as the Build Back Better, maybe version 2, also known as a stimulus reconciliation, but she's saying it's still alive. So here's what she has to say here. The reconciliation is a Senate matter. We passed our bill, we made our views known, and that is a closely held negotiation on the Senate side. Suffice to say that we expressed our interest in the timing when it would happen, but we did not get into the details. And she says it's alive, I would say that. So supposedly this bill is alive, but has it ever been dead? Not according to the Democrats. They've always said that it was alive. So we'll see what happened. We're getting breadcrumbs here and there of information. So back burner no more. Dems set Manchin talks on party line bill to simmer. So after appearing stalled out for months, Chuck Schumer and Joe Manchin have taken significant steps behind the scenes to cobble together another bill on the climate and tax reform. So with this bill, with Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer, supposedly they keep meeting up, they keep talking, but we're not getting, at least the public is not getting known of any information of what is coming out of that meetings or what this potential bill could look like. But Democrats want to pass something before the midterm elections. And President Biden presses oil companies to boost gasoline supply. So President Biden is demanding top oil executives boost the supply of gasoline, diesel, and other refined products on the market to combat rising prices. So President Biden trying to do a lot to bring down the gas prices, and in a letter sent this week basically saying it's not acceptable during a time of war, and called on the companies to work with his administration to address price increases caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, according to copies of the letter shared with The Hill. And according to the oil companies, are saying, hey, we're doing the best we can, there's nothing we could do about it. So sending a letter I don't think is going to lower the price of gas, but I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts on that. And then Oklahoma. So it looks like some action going on there. Oklahoma lawmakers introduce inflation relief bills to start off special session. So going on in Oklahoma, 15 bills have been introduced to counter inflation, and they're working through those to help eliminate grocery taxes, as well as a few other things. So that's going on in Oklahoma. Probably get some type of stimulus bill out of that. And then Mitt Romney introduces new plan to send most parents up to $350 monthly checks per kid. So Romney rolled out a measure to provide up to $350 monthly checks to most families with kids. Only families earning at least $10,000 annually would qualify for the full cash payments, and is unlikely to reach Biden's desk anytime soon due to bipartisan resistance. So this plan, Mitt Romney introduced a new version of a proposal on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, a couple days ago, that would issue up to $350 monthly checks per kid to most Americans. So he did introduce this a while ago, but supposedly this is version 2.0 of the Family Securities Act, and it would give $350 and $250 checks per month to families. Now, the reason why this is being held up, not really going anywhere, the Republicans don't support it, and the Democrats wanted their original child tax credit. So, although it is introduced again and in Congress, looks like it might stay there for a while, unless something big happens around the midterm elections. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Belle. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something what you should always do. So when you want to do something, do it. Like if you want to go out in outer space, do it. If you want to say something, do it. Say whatever you want and do whatever you want. And make it excitement. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your time and support. Gonna play a little more pickleball today, and hopefully you get to do something fun for your weekend as well. If you appreciate how I get straight to the point and give you the facts, show you the articles and the sources I get everything from, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out my latest pickleball video of me playing, you can click up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.